Some car washes in the United States make about $60,000 every month. They do it even when almost no cars show up. The money does not come from washing cars, because most customers only visit once or twice a month. There are over 60,000 car washes in America. Drive through almost any suburb and you will see them everywhere. One near a gas station, one near a grocery store, sometimes another across the street. Large buildings, industrial machines, bright lights at night. But something feels strange. You rarely see long lines. Some days there are no cars at all. Yet new locations keep being built, and a single location can cost more than $4 million. This looks like a story about car washes, but it is really a story about money. Why some businesses do not fail even without many customers, and how companies earn profit by shaping behavior. We usually imagine a simple system. A car gets dirty, someone visits a car wash, they pay. More customers means more revenue. That is how restaurants work. That is how stores work. No customers means no business. But car washes break this rule. They often look empty, yet they continue to expand. And the buyers are not mechanics. They are investors. People who specialize in predictable income, which means the profit is hidden somewhere else. Watch what actually happens. A car enters the tunnel. Conveyor tracks pull it forward, water sprays. Soap covers the surface. Brushes spin. 3 minutes later, the car exits. Immediately, another car enters. A single tunnel can process about 20 cars per hour. That is more than 200 cars a day. Here's the important number. The extra cost of washing one more car is usually under $1. Water is recycled. Soap is measured automatically. The first car is expensive. The 100th car is almost free. Car washes also require very few employees. Most locations operate with only 2 or 3 workers. One manages the entrance. One monitors the tunnel. Sometimes another helps when problems happen. Compare that to a restaurant. A restaurant needs cooks, cashiers, cleaners, and managers. Labor is one of the largest costs in most businesses. But automation changes the math. Machines perform almost all the work. Once installed, they can run all day. Revenue can grow without hiring more staff. Now consider the weather. Rain should hurt a car wash business. But here, it does not. Members still pay even if they never visit. Operating costs fall, while payments stay the same. Income becomes predictable. There is also almost no inventory. A clothing store must buy products. A grocery store must replace food daily. Unsold goods become losses. A car wash has none of that. Soap and water are used in tiny amounts. There are no shelves to fill, no items to expire, no seasonal clearance. The business sells access, not objects. This is why investors started buying car wash chains. They are not buying soap and water. They are buying future payments. And once a company owns many locations, income becomes even more stable. One location may be slow, another may be busy. Together, the payments average out. At that point, the company does not watch daily traffic. It watches membership numbers. Now, a different question appears. If customers rarely visit, why do they keep paying? The answer is psychological. $30 does not feel urgent. People think they will use it later. They plan to go this weekend, then they forget. But the charge continues. Car washes profit from the gap between intention and action. Customers expect to use it. Companies earn money when they do not. Now look again at the sign outside. Unlimited wash membership. $29.99 per month. This explains everything. Car washes are not selling washing. They are selling membership. 2,000 members can produce about $60,000 every month. Whether customers come or not, the billing repeats. The business no longer depends on how many cars arrive. It depends on how many cards stay active. And this idea does not exist only in car washes. Consider gyms. A gym cannot operate if every member shows up daily. There would not be enough machines. Gyms want many members, but limited usage. Enrollment creates revenue. Usage creates cost. Streaming services follow the same model. People subscribe to watch content, but they do not watch every day. Payments repeat even when activity does not. The product is not the movie. It is the access. Car washes follow the same logic. The clean car is not the real product. The real product is recurring billing. Investors understand this. Restaurants depend on tonight's customers. Retail stores depend on the season. Subscription businesses depend on next month's billing cycle. That difference changes risk. A company can estimate income before the month begins. So the goal is no longer to increase traffic. The goal is to increase members. At this point, the car wash stops being a service location. It becomes a billing system. And this reveals something larger. Many modern businesses do not sell products. They design behavior. They turn occasional actions into automatic payments. Customers feel organized. Companies receive stability. Cars will always get dirty, but the payments stay consistent. Car washes are not really in the car cleaning business. They are in the habit business. And once behavior becomes predictable, profit becomes predictable too. There's one more effect this model creates. Once a person becomes a member, the decision disappears. They no longer ask, should I wash my car today? They think, I already paid for it. The payment changes behavior. People feel they should use the service because they are already subscribed. This is called commitment. And companies rely on it. After joining, the customer stops comparing prices. They stop thinking about alternatives. Canceling now feels like losing something, even if they rarely used it. This is why cancellation is often slightly inconvenient. Not impossible, just delayed. You have to log in, find the settings, confirm again. Each small step reduces the chance of cancellation. The business is not forcing payment, it is reducing action. Another change also happens. The customer stops remembering the cost. When you pay once you notice the price, when you pay monthly, the charge blends into life. It becomes like electricity or a phone bill. Background spending. That is powerful because businesses do not need large payments. They need forgotten payments. Over time, the relationship changes. The customer believes they are paying for clean cars, but the company is managing predictable cash flow, and predictable cash flow can be borrowed against. Banks are willing to lend money to businesses with stable monthly income. That means a car wash company can use future payments to finance new locations. So one location helps build the next, then the next builds another. Expansion becomes easier with each membership. At this point, the company is no longer growing because of demand. It grows because of financing. This is why you sometimes see multiple car washes open in the same area. They are not competing the way restaurants do. They are establishing payment networks. The goal is not to capture today's drivers. The goal is to capture long-term subscribers. And once someone subscribes, they rarely switch. Not because the service is perfect, because habits are strong. A familiar entrance, a familiar lane, a familiar charge on a bank statement. Convenience keeps customers, not the wash quality. In the end, the car wash is simply a visible example. The real business model exists all around us. Parking subscriptions, software licenses, delivery memberships. The product may change, but the structure stays the same. Companies are moving away from one-time purchases. They prefer ongoing relationships. Not because it is better for the customer, because it is safer for the business. Revenue that repeats is easier to predict. Revenue that can be predicted can be valued, and revenue that can be valued can be sold to investors. So the modern company is not only selling a service, it is selling certainty. And that certainty is what makes an ordinary car wash a surprisingly valuable business.